Mommy, bear a 7 minutes presentation of how it went.
Na senior or the mom and I'm a fan point by point. I think say we started with attendance.
Yeah.
Now attendance is horrible for Kotoko and Has game for a first time in a very long time. It was a disaster, a total disaster. But
Are they?
Oberhane say send a promo no is Ubebusa who say the position of the two clubs no influence on attendance which I think is yes. And then has more at home no send it here or might try to build some culture be a bit me drive supporters to the stadium and I feel say then secondly to the game itself abusia starting year two teams not try say unlike the usual has Kotoko game aggressive tackle as a some bully style of play no this time around no never form kakra who say obia tries or be pass ball no kakra but I know in my own eyes I'm ball no anya me fe send me pe Kotoko ne has no because typical Kotoko has game up a quick transition, speed, energy levels, Sadiana, a defining Kotoko and has matches. But this time around on the who I say Obia to me lose possession easily, Obia to me recover possession, and at a certain point now the energy levels of both teams na drop it say obi fa ball ne say or yere no ho akogine din saa de na enim se Kotoko ne has ewom te say de hu lam table pass bi mu kwala di milka be di ekire akofa ye be hu se Michael Akufu onjin tum se ball no ya pon or try so be shoot from range ye hu de Mahatma Otumu beye the free ban in recent times ebe the futu beye wo mfimfin also the ball no dirty play ni nyina ne binim as a yem pass has defender CG normal ball no long ne akopre ho ne ahead aba ye hu ni sa but some areas bi wo ho a na ye players ni bi ebo ni ye like the ye bi mu film rutum say possession na wo ho but one thing I enjoy in all the Kotoko has games I mean when they say you do ha yen fa ball no rub boss nim yen try say about ball shot na abutia na me dwono ho amenti ase both teams ni nyina I say so musro say ye dey surprisingly obiani wo timi try say o shutu amana yehu Kotoko started I think it was Albert more in the first or boy in a take deflection and goalkeeper no a parry a corner and then a header B and also acquire force into saves into event no nenye and also sa event of yes CSC Kotoko and has game me 2000 you know me share the most recent years you know na events no doso ye be hu say o say CBA slide yi ball ni bi ye be hu kunadu yi adom omo ba ha ye hu ball na no omo ball no but this was a Kotoko has game na a lack that bite a little bit of sa ingredient no ne eni ho all down to as a me hu as obia suro obia person and a game na me expect Kotoko mom say obeko all out onu mom be tata has for no mom because has there in a way they have nothing to lose if not for pride they have nothing to lose but Kotoko na standing the chance of say pending other results and also bet me akosro but I feel say yamboa in a way if anka a little bit more near calm up front boss ni bi ekoto abetamu ahwa na ozo nya abotre otimi di boss ni but decision making in terms of execution no abusia na it was poor nra for the first time it was poor it was unlike abetamu in matches I hu ni say obon nti all you na nye kwamu poku up front so am a lot all the area boss na dey now hu ni presence no but am a lot up front ehu Saka Dada also by him so obeying jetty pace, also by direct and also your opportunity to shoot and also anchor you. So abusia anya typical Kotoko has no but reason tinti ebia as time goes on you bet me I find it but on officiating my real attendance my about two teams no my Canada say Ghana referees no mudi a league no omo nye qualified for Premier League.
Nah,
Omundru the standard. Aya, omu pese omode omu body posture no. Ene ye tie ma shout. Say ayi na chance ye. Yaw bless. Ene share sa ade na se. Onse no wonya ade ntin. Ne ho asem ba ya ntin nka bi. Na ko ye referee se na otie no build ne ho a anko bedru level bi. We nso adun tera say man. Abusia, look at this incident. The referee is close to the action. Look at that. And yes, a player no free chile, but ne ho ka ball no, ne ho ka ball no.
What's some more officiating saying?
Me rating ana.
No, I mean, Sam officiating your comment.
Omo nyan krofo a also mo di game we. Makana.
Ye important referees mra na.
Ye betime nya Togo fuo bi we chire ha mo fa flower mo betime aba. And the intwa flight e be easy. But Ghana referees ni there. Ghana referees.
Obi enu wa officiating game am wani aje.
Omo do Premier League level.
And now Kotoko has game. Any yen go pe obi man.
Ayo nko ma share Adam games o. Omo do Premier League level. Mitimi share Accra Lions ni Kerala. Certain decisions are referee taking no. Ayi the ora Kotoko de ba catch them young boys. Abusia Ocean mu di games na. Amu command. Unim say laws of the game na ankasa no mo apply. But when mu die ne die and no look at boy Fernando. A real ball no from defender. Onye active on the pitch. Now referee team ya hwenyame ni match foul. The player was true on goal. Look at this incident. Fernando kwashe ball no. Referee na foul. Asa the yellow card amano. Meanwhile, there's nothing foul about the incident. Oh, different angle afato so na nkrofo anka say me Kotoko ntina me kan say afa ba ko na face e na nche say asem na me kan no. Abusia, there's nothing foul in this player no na onya aware so obi free oba. Nti Fernando be foul ball no free na so.
Okay.
I don't know mbutu Fernando, which should have been a foul against House of Folk player.
And you rate officiating.
Abusia me rate o mo ma high rating scale no. Say me ka say me rate cruise we a. Number be anyway. Eh be agisem do mo ko negative 25. Oh, they don't
you rate at over 10.
Over 10. Me rate o mo because baby am do o me she bia no.
Oh, but so we gina mu ama 90 minutes na ya team abo awi.
Abusia yi Kabiru kro ni stamina ye de ni gina ma 90 de e de bebo awi.
So me da say Pepe e di kind the pictures bi e buy say monhwe na ye ni ho nkomo. Saraf me ba wo the Kotoko has game. What's a game no instances near the yenhwe attendance, standard of play, officiating the resource.
Say ote say keta juma wa ye ene de na kopie caf na ono aso so kabia the biggest game of your league you know expose every fundamental flaw fundamental flaws of our game. Attendance.
Kotoko has.
And Endra,
what
was the stadium 20% full?
Ever do.
Still, one an hour park on me. Ever do 20%. Endru 20%. Radiname.
I say omode give fees never to.
Bear 10%.
Ever to jana ye kind. Say game no interest in him. Two teams no from no position.
Gate any process.
And I say two teams are omo games na nipa nkoda da o. Has no crowd dey na ko.
Right. Enye isolated you. A characterize your game no since COVID. Your attendance are drop your babies. Your ubeko kana fanatics. People who are obsessed with looking for visas and favors, no. Okay, it doesn't make sense to them now. They want to justify. Yeah. Bonne be a blasters, bonne a game. Now people the real test of your game, you know, any local a game na boy. The biggest South African man from Kohebo, but so Orlando Pirates ne Sundowns obo. Those games.
Irrespective of the
irrespective. I mean, you're right. Me game names. Enya Kotoko ne has nearby. But the standard. Obiano. Why you say you close horse bia Obianti na hono. The standards of our game are falling.
Lions ni Legon cities.
Nka we ni ke we say ka buy now. na nkampanyimfo asia na
na
David would have been no almost kɔbene na obu nse gom tno mu swa ni ya gebisa dai mo game na gu na game ni ya chichimure beyeye so we there people went to watch the match, sat in their Land Cruisers, drove off and one on the yabobo. You see, but me I've come to the point where I've realized, hey, we overestimate people who krumwa nipa bebre ye buomu too much. No, we overestimate a lot of people. And no, I said me life, me exposure and me experiences amenya. Me little exposure near here menya. I have realized that we overestimate. Nipa bi on my own. Only ni siana we interact. You realize that people are. Also, I say you think say we. I deal with us as I said that you didn't be onim. No one is obey committed, Charlie. Obey committed. Say I deal with ye. I've told you the Ghana Premier League doesn't lack potential. The potential there because league never one league. Any rival brand in I say won't pay we crowd we one say this is our own. But to look at it and say, can't you market this? Let me ball top 8 gala SHS ball. Now nipa ball how it's about the way how you go about it. What I did, me fat trophy no. Me co school be me baby me co okay sanam the trophy ni ko ni akoye dede about it ni ya pictures ni ya circulate on social media ni ya mama brag ya dede ya wi ni atam ni de ko opokuare ni akoye similar. Then you finish, you set up a team, Charlie. We what task people with responsibility to ensure say obia better about game no. And ESCO member is one no game no crowd bass no on things blasters ni bobo. We heart ni Kotoko bobo. We must be serious. And I had him that's a sycophancy. Wouldn't be a problem on my way. Any sycophants. Ade ani nye. But timi hwe penmu kan chance opani ade ani nkoye. Ntu be sia no chairman. Chantina because me call mo congress me say agro say am paper and microphone ekodi they are no you do not have people who are serious about the brand. They go over there and order they go to yeah no ma sorry but ya team no mo so bunch na chairman say mo no magu agro. The Ghana Premier League is a product of the poor leadership that we have experienced. What can we hear? But we don't. Now, take away spectating. Every Adiema Premier League, English Premier League, we have it opposite in this town. Her television coverage. You know, Bimpo Kuchamaye. And yes, Raman for and drew on my no map and we watch the poorest coverage you can get. No, because you need alternative. Share infrastructure. Inti share officiating account you know jina park ujina wono mochire. You could clearly see say undo the level. But yeah, no undo the level.
The biggest game on our calendar. In terms of
because your clubs no so brand referee to kofa lie ba ubenya club ba ko be catch and say Daniel lie dey me pen kofa we ba. Inti your clubs no so attack referees no omo ye experience one. But the issue is that I don't know whether say be a me na madwen me say product be or na ade na marketable and say we bre to do that job and once we be committed now we the right decisions and the right strategy to get you what me share Kotoko ne again now say na are homa me hey na Kotoko ina na manfo afro picture back no afro you know stadium na ye man and nipa na tete nipa no matter so kwamti na obi atro hono oh gone are the days hey Kotoko had to forgive but when him say ebra Herbert Mensah be just say nche bia Herbert Neza call handle twins no o realize say still now no people still love their Kotoko in their hearts o newman bebre say leadership you committed na say FA so you committed na so kambo ma on I can tell you if say Herbert na here kwan your be fast obet ebe ye wakono Zakon na ye has na ye wakono to follow so wo tag wo di team na na wo brag say team way and am support ya kwa ba bebduru say Kotoko bobo wo stadium harim na wo twam na pa say wa hunu say so wa anya careful you would never so need see say Kotoko bobo unna makra so na has a bobo wa anya careful unti say
opani free talk ra obeti
unti say has stadium na chi won mo how low can we sink as a nation?
But is it still the super class? Yeah.
The word super is relative. Say any the way I obey you super name, me use super no. Hana make us say yeah, the say yeah, define yeah super ukroma yeah super ne say when you have two.
The biggest class.
No. The two biggest club in our estimation this year. Now we are 10% of that 10% of 40,000 year 4,000. Now we are about 4,000 people go stadium and in the super client may pay so over for my super no what is one about day.
What is that?
To ponya imamiti. So omo mini super near you for the minya hon ma. I mean yenye serious o kroma ne yenye agudie no a. Mo se mo pese league ne call autonomous. Se be call autonomous so na ya hwede omo nso betumi aya. Hand it over to them and let us because on the other hand, say we are near. Mo ya mana no Kotoko ne has bokra na obi na me Chelsea ni Liverpool. Ti o ma na me dia Kotoko no mana but unim game na nkasa kra so shares den because yen standards na fall ya say oh hwe game na nkasa enu na Kotoko na ja ma bibi kakra to save ma ye ni je say at least boss some game kakra but we must raise the standard ma ye low ma ye bum ye nyai agrona ne ayina ye di okroman ne ye raise standards ne man panyimfo mu date ne kan kire am say you are failing. Don't tag yourself say me now call calf because calf now personal ambition fine and benefit the nation in some way but in terms of the standard of the calf now we cannot come here now me celebrate that what we can celebrate what we can be happy about and say your league ni ya boa league ni because I saw a division 1 game TV ba ko yiye urade nyankopon now here ade na omo balls park na omo balls na obofunu adai why do we do this to ourselves arawo sem say livelihood so ade aye kan nya ball say ye ball agege ani o a livelihood because obi adwuma ne full time football a livelihood and obi di agrona folia to the extent that obi akwa akohwe wie tran Land Cruiser mu koi na ni age akohwe House of Folk. This is the standard of Accra House of Folk, the lowest we have seen in the history of this nation.
Yebedi won komo ne yebisa say issues no den and na me birthday wishes no doson but me sha se ntem yes ora we mama we say happy birthday.